The papyrus, put it on my table every month. I don't wanna be sad. Don't even try to hide it. No, I don't wanna lose it. And you see how it is, it's so inviting. The papyrus, we're all so alive. The papyrus.
Hello, welcome to the Papyrus TV News Update. First, the headlines. Northern Elders Forum calls for re-evaluation of Nigerians' founding structure. Governor Okpeboho makes first appointment in Edo State Cabinet. APC youth leader claim party insiders target Yahaya Bello. Ipman Dangote deal set to lower fuel cost in Nigeria. EFCC arrests former NCDMB executive over alleged fraud. Enugu State government condemns students' assault, demands action. Jalingo resident decries sachet water price hike. Now the news in details. The Northern Elders Forums have declared that the 1914 colonial edict that established Nigeria has expired, urging a national dialogue of the country's future structure. Speaking at a national dialogue on a homegrown parliamentary system organized by the Parliamentary System Support Group, PSSG, Professor Ango Abdullahi, chairman of the forum, emphasized that the edict's 100-year framework, which expires in 2014, had aimed for unity among Nigerians' diverse regions, but also provided the option for separation if unity proves unachievable. Abdullahi called for reflection on Nigerians' journey since amalgamation, pointing out the need to address past decisions that have hindered true unity and progress. The dialogue, which seeks to support a bill proposing a return to a parliamentary system, feature insight from former House Speaker Yakubu Dogara, former Minister of Interior Ralph Arigbeshola, and former Action Congress of Nigerian National Secretary Usman Bugaji. Dogara criticized the current presidential system for stiffening accountability, contrasting it with more stringent checks and balances in the U.S. model. Arigbeshola argued that effective governance is challenging under a centralized executive system, advocating for a parliamentary system that allows shared power. Bugaji highlighted the need for a political transformation that aligns with Nigerians' aspiration, urging a focus on building political parties grounded in distinct ideals and values. The event underscored a growing sentiment for restructuring Nigerians' political framework to address poverty, corruption, and insecurity more effectively. Moving on, just hours after his inauguration, Edo State Governor Senator Monday Ogbehobo has appointed Barrister Musa Ikilu as the Secretary to the State Government, SSG. This follows his earlier appointment of Fred Itua as Chief Press Secretary. Dr. Samson Osage, a former federal lawmaker, has been nominated as Attorney General and Commissioner of Justice, while Dr. Cyril Oshomole, son of former Governor Adams Oshomole, is nominated as Commissioner for Health. The elder Oshomole, currently Senator for Edo North, was instrumental in Okpeboho's elections win. According to a statement from the Chief Press Secretary, the nomination for Osage and Oshomole will soon be submitted to the Edo State House of Assembly for confirmation. Meanwhile, young leaders within the All Progressive Congress, APC, allege that influential party members are orchestrating what they describe as a political motivated persecution of former Kogi State Governor Yahaya Bello by the Economic and Financial Crimes Commission, EFCC. In a statement on Tuesday, the 12th of November, the APC Youth Leaders Forum, AYLF, representing youths from all the 36 states, and the FCT contended that the EFCC's action are being manipulated by those within the party, seeking to gain leverage ahead of 2027 elections. The AYLF, led by National President Alhaji Abdullahi Dambaba and National Secretary Dr. Chike Ihedioha, argued that figures instrumental in the party's recent electoral success, including Bello, are now facing harassment rather than recognition. They noted that Bello, whose tenure in Kogi was marked by various achievements, has fully cooperated with the legal process and should not be subjected to partisan attack. The youth leader also pointed to former Kaduna State Governor Nasir El-Rufai as another target of similar maneuvers and urged President Bola Ahmed Tinubu to prevent internal conflicts that could damage the party. They concluded by calling for impartiality for anti-corruption agencies, urging the bodies like the EFCC and ICPC not to be used to pursue vendettas within party ranks. In another development, in a landmark deal poised to cut fuel prices, the Independent Petroleum Marketers Association of Nigeria, IPMAN, has signed an agreement with Dangote Petroleum Refinery to source products directly, promising a stable and affordable fuel supplies across Nigeria. IPMAN's national president, Abubakar Garima, announced this on Monday in Abuja. Following discussion with Dangote's management, under the new arrangement, IPMAN will receive petroleum motor spirit, PMS, automotive gas oil, AGO, and dual-purpose kerosene, DPK, directly at its depot and retail outlets, streaming delivery and reducing reliance on imports. Energy analyst Kelvin Emmanuel emphasized that this partnership could bring significant price cut by eliminating added costs from intermediaries, such as those typically added by the Nigerian National Petroleum Corporation, NNPC. While this agreement offers hope for lower fuel costs, stakeholders noted that factors like exchange rates and logistics will still play a role in determining final retail price. Nonetheless, the partnership is expected to make fuel more accessible and affordable nationwide. Moving on, the Economic and Financial Crimes Commission, EFCC, has detained Timba Kesie Wabote, the former executive secretary of the Nigerian Content Development and Monitoring Board, NCDMB, over a suspected $35 million fraud related to BRAS project. Wabote's arrest followed that of Akintoye Adioye Akindele, managing director of Atlantic International Refinery and Petrochemical Limited, who faces charges of misappropriation, money laundering, and diversion of public funds. The alleged fraud revolves around a failed energy infrastructure project in Okpoama, Bayelsa State, meant to include a refinery, jetty, and gas plant. Despite $35 million in NCDMB funding, the report claims the project was abandoned in December 2020 with little progress made. Wabote, held at the EFCC Abuja facility, led the NCDMB from 2016 to 2023 and is now under investigation for the apparent misuse of funds allocated for the BRAS, FTZ, and other projects. The Enugu State Governor has expressed strong condemnation following the bullying and assault of a student at the Federal Government College, Enugu, in response to the troubling incident. The state has ordered a swift investigation along with the arrest and prosecution of those involved. In a public announcement on Monday, 11th November, the State Commissioner for Education, Professor Ndubueze Mba, emphasized the government's zero tolerance for bullying and abuse in schools. The statement also noted that Enugu State authorities are in contact with the Federal Ministry of Education to ensure disciplinary action is taken not only against the student but also any school officials who neglected their responsibilities. Highlighting the government's commitments to student welfare, the statement reassured parents and the public of the administration's priority to maintain safe learning environment across the states. Governor Peter Mba administration has invested significantly in the education sector to ensure a supportive and respectful environment for students. The government also issued a warning to all educational institutions, reiterating that harassment, intimidation, and violence will face severe consequences. This announcement followed the circulation of a video showing the assault, which has sparked widespread public outrage. Residents in Jalingo, Taraba State are urging the government to address the soaring price of sachet water, which has climbed to 500 naira per sachet, a steep increase compared to nearby states like Adamawa and Gombe, where prices remain at 20 naira. Frustrated by the impact of the cost of living, many residents demand an investigation into local water distribution companies, calling for the Sachet Water Producers Association chairman to be summoned. Musa Amadu, a local resident, voiced disappointment in the government's limited oversight of water manufacturers, suggesting strong regulatory measures to combat what he described as exploitation. However, Sachet water producers argue that rising petroleum costs have made production more expensive, leading to the recent price hike. This has been the Papyrus TV Africa.
The Papyrus.